shit. Just woke up about 20 minutes ago. So I'm still in the process of waking up. Last night was pretty hot outside, so I kept waking up and going back to sleep. And I woke up last night and that dude, he was totally walking around in the parking lot again. Just a finished ass character, boy. I tell you, some motherfuckers will make it, some won't. Some will survive, some won't, man. Some men won't be able to pass on their genetics. That's reality, man. You feel what I'm saying? And some will survive. Some will procreate. Some won't. There's dudes in their 50s and they still ain't got children, bro. The reason why, man, because they haven't been selected, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, you're in your 50s. I can understand, like, maybe in your 40s you haven't had kids, but you in your 50s and you haven't had kids, bruh. You better get to that shit. Chop chop. Or you're gonna be old and alone. You're gonna have some regrets. Like, damn, I wish I would have had children. I'm late in the game, bro. Having children, man. I'm 45, bro. Once I get a bag, I will, though. You know, I'm late in the game myself, but I plan to have some children, man. So that way I can have somebody come watch Aliens Part 2 with me. You know, shit. And have kids looking at me, you know, coming to visit me, I mean, when I'm old, because it gets mildly lonely. I'm gonna try to stay alive longer, man, you know. I'm gonna clean up my diet, stop drinking so goddamn much, you know, so I can live a little bit longer, you know. But a lot of guys, like that dude that was walking in the parking lot, that motherfucker finished, boy. He walked last night up and down that motherfucker. I swear, bro. This nigga is scary and finished at the same time. It's like he's on suicide watch. And I'm like, he just walked motionlessly though. I mean, like motionally, I mean. Like, I don't know, like, isolation is a motherfucker, bro.
Wait.
I mean, he walked through that parking lot throughout the whole entire night, bro. I could tell he was on them drugs, man. You know, I could tell. I know a finished guy when I see one, bro. You know. I mean, bruh, I know a finished guy when I see one, and he's finished. Like, his life is over already, man. He's one of them dudes that's not gonna make it, you know? them dudes that's not gonna be, he's not gonna reproduce, man. You feel what I'm saying? He one of them dudes that's never gonna have a girlfriend or get married, bro. Some dudes gonna spend their entire life alone, bro, and that's not healthy. I don't think spending your time, your life alone is not healthy. I mean, like last night I was looking at a video of a Savvy guy, and he said that, yeah, it's okay to be alone, and I'm fine with being alone. Nothing wrong with being alone, and I'm good. I don't need to be around people. And I'm like, bro, that's one big ass cope within itself. That's a cope within a cope. Nah, man, Savvy guy, you're forced to be alone, bro. It ain't no choice, man, for you, man. So you gotta be comfortable with being alone. You know, especially without a woman. You know, nobody wants to be by themselves, bro. Some men are forced to be by themselves. Some dudes are sub-5, below average looking, and they're forced to be alone. It's what they call, what? True forced loneliness or whatever. Like, you just can't find a woman no matter how hard you try. So you said, fuck it. I'm just gonna have to settle for being alone and shit. Like me, I could go out and find me a sub-5 woman, or maybe a woman around my looks level where she won't stick around for very long. You know, I done had females around my looks level, and they would not stay. They don't stick around for very long. Because how competitive it is in this dating market out here, man. You feel me? And sometimes you gotta say, fuck it, bro. Like, some guys won't make it, man. You know, like if you're in your 30s, bro, and you don't want to take the Hollywood route or the Hollywood route or the music scene route, you can always go back to school, man, and get a degree, and you can compete that way. There's different types of competing. Going to school, getting a degree, that's competing within itself. That's planting seeds too. You know? Getting a degree, competing, yeah, that's competing too. You know? Because you're going to get a career that pays a high salary. You feel what I'm saying? You know, of course, enrolling in Hollywood, when you're chasing a Hollywood dream, becoming an actor, that's competing. That's competing within itself. Becoming a music producer, you know, chasing the music dream, that's competing. So if anything that you're chasing, whether it's school, Hollywood, music, or any other entertainment, or like sports, that's competing too. That's definitely competing. You know what I'm saying? When you're chasing anything in life, man, you're competing. You're planting seeds for the future. But if a guy ain't did that, man, by the time he like 60, if he ain't made it, oh yeah, stick a fork in that dude. He's done. You know what I'm saying? Some will not make it, man. You know, some will not make it. Some will. Some will. But that guy, man, the way he walked around that parking lot, like, bruh, he's like a zombie almost. He's almost half zombie, bruh. You know, bruh, he walks like like he don't walk with no emotion. He looks like a straight up a serial killer, bruh. Just walking hella emotionless, like, and hella quiet too. And I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. And I shake my head every time he walk by me. I'm like, bro, you are done. You're finished, bro. It's like you've been doing this all night, walking back and forth in this parking lot, bro. Quiet. You feel what I'm saying? That's like, oh yeah, this dude, he's the. You gotta watch the two type of dude like that, bro, because he could be on suicide watch, or he could be trying to, or he could be the next Jeffrey Dahmer or some shit, bro. He's in isolation, bro. He don't got no friends. He don't have any family. He don't even have a YouTube channel. He don't have none of that stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's finished, bro. That dude is finished. Stick a fork in that motherfucker, bro. You know what I'm saying? And they got some other guys that are finished out here, man. You know, like the guy that's living in his car, he reproduced, but he's gonna die broke. Because he's not prepping for the future, bro. Like, dude, you 60 and you broke. You must have said, you know what? I'm 60, I'm broke. I'm not gonna make it. Fuck it. What's up with it, Sean? He's 60 and he's still living in a car and he's still struggling. It's like, that's kind of embarrassing, right? I mean, it's embarrassing for me to be still struggling at 45. But I turned my head around, though, and I'm chasing the bag. But this guy right here, he didn't even think to do that. So he made it to 60 and just said, fuck it. I'm a finished man, bro. You know, he did reproduce, though. I mean, he got a son, you know. That's only because the guys, he tall, he could look around, he like around 6'2" or some shit like that, or 6'1", you know. So the tall motherfuckers, you know, they definitely gonna reproduce. My thing is, I'm dropping weight, you know, and I'm trying to survive myself, and I'm chasing the bag and hoping for the best myself, bro. You feel what I'm saying? What's up with it? Only the strong survive, bro. Yeah, that's on the real. Only the strong, just like that movie. Only the strong. Only the strong will survive, and the weak will perish, bro. The weak will perish. There's no such thing as coming back for that one guy, bro. I feel sorry for him. He walked in that parking lot all night long, bro. And it's kind of worrisome a little bit because I'm like, motherfucker, you better not do nothing to me. I'll fucking whoop your fucking ass. I'll stump a mud hole in your ass and keep it walking. You feel what I'm saying? But the motherfucker, he just kept walking back and forth, walking like, bruh, you are finished. You are finished, bruh. Many more years to come, bruh. He'll be out here, bruh. He's still young, so, you know, he'll be out here. He won't have a family. He'll never have a girlfriend. He's a dangerous incel, bro. I'm surprised, bruh. I can see him going around I'm not even gonna say it on YouTube, but uh, he's. I mean, at least, I mean, at the most, he's on. Well, I can't say at the most, but at least he's on like suicide watch. At the least, yeah, because that dude's life is over, bro, and that's a shame. Your life Your life is over at 26, though. You ain't gonna never be able to travel the world, or you ain't got no goals ahead or nothing. You ain't got nothing. Yeah, guy's done for, and many more years to come. I mean, I'll pass away before he does because he's in his 20s, man. So he got more time on Earth to suffer than I do. You know, but I don't plan on suffering in my last quarter of my life, bro. I don't plan on doing that. Like being alone, jerking off to porn without a girlfriend, or just being by myself like that. Nah, I don't plan to be like that when I turn 60, bro. You know, I plan to have plenty of money in the bank. Yeah, that's my plan. To have plenty of money. What's up with it? Not only women, but health-wise. I think our government is trying to delete us. Man, yeah, pretty much. I don't think we're going to have longer lives than what you think, man. I think a lot of us won't make it to like 80. Hell, there's some rich people that don't make it to 80, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm going to make it to 80. I think I'm going to check out like in my 70s, man. You know, I don't think I'm gonna make it to 80. So I'm just prepping. That's all I'm doing, man. All you can do is just prep for those years to come around. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep on thinking every single day that I'm prepping for old age, you'll be okay. But a lot of guys, they ain't gonna make it. Like I said, a guy that walks around in that parking lot, he ain't gonna make that. Yeah, the dude is finished, bro. Sometimes I be hearing him screaming, and well, that's rarely I hear him do that. But a few times I heard him screaming like he was on drugs, bro. Like he was upstairs starting some shit with some youngsters a while back, man. He's up there screaming, and them youngsters, I don't know if they chased him away or tried to run his ass over, but that dude got some serious mental issues. He tried to talk shit to me one time, and I said, what? Motherfucker, don't make me whoop your fucking ass, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like that nigga, he's done. You know what I'm saying? He's done, bro. He'll never have a normal life. He'll never be able to have any type of children or family, or he won't even have a girlfriend. He's an incel, bro. And those type of incels are dangerous. I could just tell by the way he walking, bro. He look like he about to do something crazy. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, you know how like when you walk with your shoulders, you know what I'm saying? Right? I'm like me right now, when I walk with my shoulders and shit. He walks like this, bro. Upright, with no shoulder movement, just walking really slow and shit. Dressed in all black. Black hoodie, black jeans, black everything. So I'm like, oh yeah. He's one of them dudes that's gonna be out at the malls, like shooting stuff up. And I hate to say that stuff on YouTube, but he one of them dudes. He's gone in the head. A zombie, yeah. Hey, dude's a zombie, yeah. That's the way exactly the way he's walking, bro. Walking like a straight up zombie. And he definitely on that shit, bro. He definitely on them drugs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you's a finished man out here, bro. You're done for. You're finished. You know. Me, I plan on making it out this motherfucker, bro. I ain't gonna stay here for very long. Eventually, Hellcat gonna hit, and I'm gone, bro. And I'm gonna leave that motherfucker behind. And I'm gonna be on the plane like, I wonder what that zombie motherfucker was doing right now. I wonder what that zombie, what is he doing? He's still walking around in that parking lot? And I'm gonna be on my plane, going to Thailand, enjoying more life. You feel what I'm saying? You know. So my thing is, I want my genetics to survive. So once I get the bag, I'm planning on having children like right away. Right away. Once I get the bag. I plan on having children. You know? Some guys won't be able to do that, man. Some guys will be left out in the cold. Some guys won't pass on their genetics. That's the way it is, bro. Dudes have went to the grave without passing on their genetics, man. Some dudes won't get that opportunity to have a family of their own, man, and because women are only procreating with certain dudes. Nowadays, in today's date market, women can afford to be picky, bro. They can afford to be picky about who they choose to have children with, who they want to procreate with. And if you ain't being chosen, man, you in danger of becoming old and alone. You feel what I'm saying? I heard Myron say this a while back. You know what I'm saying? The dude from Fresh and Fit. He was saying, like, women are only procreating with certain men. You know, other men are not gonna be able to pass on their genetics. You know how you be talking. Women are only choosing to pick certain men to have babies with. The other like motherfuckers, they ain't. Like, bro, if you ain't that chosen one, you know, cause some motherfuckers be delusional sometimes, and they thinking they the chosen one. I'm like, no, women, they choose who they have children with, bro. And some dudes don't get chosen throughout their whole entire life. They get to be 50, 60, no kids. Because you haven't been chosen, bro. Look, I could have had children in my 20s a while back. I was so active with females, yeah. I could have had children. You know what I'm saying? I could have children right now. But it won't be a super pretty chick, and that's cool. You know, as long as she's average looking. Like, let's say I say fuck the bag, I'm gonna get back on that date market. I'm gonna just bring my body fat percentage low, work out, and find a woman. And it's a lot harder for me now because now I'm older now. You know, to find a young female to procreate with, I mean, it's gonna be possible, but it's harder. You feel what I'm saying? I had a better shot of like having a family and kids and stuff when I was younger, because you know you got young females checking for you. But I was a playboy throughout them years, and I was just most of the times I wore condoms, and I never caught any diseases or nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Never had no syphilis or nothing like that, because I was always wearing condoms when I was fucking, bro. When I was fucking like a madman, always wearing condoms. You know. Soon all these kids gonna have the same daddies, because women are only procreating with who? Chads, Tyrones, Pookies, and Ray Rays. Yeah, I could have had a kid back then, man. I could have had a kid, man. It's just like some of these women I never really wanted to have children with and settle down with. Like I could have had a kid with Gwen. You know what I'm saying? I could have started raw dogging her. But me and Gwen always wearing condoms. I never went inside the coochie without a condom. You know. I was always scared of catching stuff, man. That's why I always wore condoms. So I like my whole entire life, bro. I only like probably like 10 women in my life I didn't use a condom with. 10 out of the 100 body count or the body length. So I only went through 10 women without a condom. That's not a lot. You feel what I'm saying? And so they only procreating with certain men, bro. They not, certain men will be left out. And the key here on Earth is to pass on your genetics, is to keep life going. It's not like being here on Earth, bro. Like it's not. Your objective is not to stay alone your whole entire life, because human beings are social creatures, bro. We want to be around people. We want people to be around, especially in our last quarter of our life. The last quarter is when you hit 60. That's the last quarter, bro. You got, the average human being, if he take care of his body, he got 80 years. Motherfucker hit 60 and he's still struggling, it's over for that guy. Because he ain't going to change his ways and become a go-getter at 60 years old, bro. Come on, man. Let's get real. He ain't going to change his ways and say, you know what, I'm going to start chasing the bag. At 60? No. You feel what I'm saying? What's up with the black man? he said, I will survive. He like, Debo, I'll survive. Like, Debo, we got $200. And he was turning around. Debo said, I got $200. We got $200, Debo, right? He looked around and said, I got $200. I don't know about you. And he got on his bike and he paddled away. Some dudes won't get kids, man. Some dudes won't have a family, bro. They will reach to a certain age without children. And that's the way it is, man. You get chosen or you don't. Because women do the choosing. Me, myself, I was in a long-term relationship with a woman that clearly didn't want children. That's the reason why I didn't have children. I think, like, if I would have stayed out, or if I would have left that woman when I had a chance, like my ex-girlfriend, if I would have not been in that relationship for so long, I probably would have had a child. Like, I was in that relationship from 26 to we broke up, 6 years, like in 2012, from 2006 to 2006 to 2012. And then we got back together 2015 and lived together again for another 2 years until 2017, and then we called it quits. But by that time had happened, I already aged already, and it became a lot harder to attract younger females. I was 37 when I got out of that relationship. We did take a 2-year break, a 3-year break. You know what I'm saying? And then I came back to the Bay Area from LA, and we got back together again, man. We moved in with each other. And now I wasn't wearing condoms with this woman, but she also plugged herself up, meaning that you're not the one to have babies with. She did. She used that diaphragm thing, man, so we could have unprotected sex without condoms. And so that kind of that kind of stopped me from having children right there. And I was with that woman for a while. now I look back, I was like, God damn, she had no plans on having children with me. Now that when I think about it, because she would have never had plugged herself up. I mean, that's what I mean by plug herself up, meaning that she had a little diaphragm thing with a string attached to it down in her coochie to keep some of to keep the sperm from entering the eggs and stuff. So that's another form of birth control, right? Uh, so that way I could just bust nuts inside the cooch without pulling out, you know. And when a woman does that, that means you're not the one. But yet she had some tall, Chad-like guy. I don't know if he was a Chad or a Tyrone guy, just nut up inside of her and get her knocked up. Because my ex-girlfriend had a kid already. When I came along, her daughter was like 17, about to be 18, you know what I'm saying? And she let the other motherfucker nut up inside her and knock her up. But when it came to me, oh no, you just a plaything, you just a play toy. I can't get knocked up by you. See, these females, once they get knocked up by somebody else, they're already damaged goods, man. They're gonna have all these insecurities, and I'm not trying to be left to be a single mother again. I don't want to. I don't want him. I don't want him to have a baby with. He said that the only way average man can win is if they stick together and control politics in America. Because the rich are keeping all the good coochie to themselves. Yeah, the rich and the Chads and Tyrones. The reason why it's so hard for like average men, because Chads and Tyrones, they're having sex with the average woman. Believe it or not, Chads and Tyrones are procreating big time. They're having sex with sixes and ups. They knocking sixes. Whenever they can't get their face matched, they'll come down and get a six, man. And that's why it's so hard for other sixes to get them. Unless you get a lot of money, that's the only way you can really survive out here, man. That's the only way. You got to get a lot of money. You got to be working on getting that bag. That way, the Chads and Tyrones and Pookies and Ray Rays, they can't interfere in your procreation. Or they can't interfere in your reproductive affairs. You got money, women stick to you like glue, and you pass on your genetics with ease, bro. P Diddy, he passes genetics on with ease, bro, because he been running the rap game and all that other stuff for a long time, man. So these type of guys, they won't struggle having children. People like me and you, bro, especially in the dating app era, bro, we gonna struggle having children. So many guys are going overseas, man, and you know what I'm saying, and looking for better options and trying to figure out how they can procreate that way. And now it's getting tougher. Dating's getting tougher in Thailand and in the Philippines, because the foreigners are pouring in there. Men, mostly men, is pouring into those countries because it's so competitive in the West. Dudes are not getting laid. Well, at least, my problem is I'm not getting my face matched. I got access to like sub 5 stalker looking females, bird neck bitches. Women that's at the bottom of the barrel. You got access to them, and I don't want them. So that's why I'm getting my money right. I don't want to procreate with a female that's below average looking, bro. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I gotta go, man. I'm gonna end this live. Back then, average men had some money, so women had no right to sleep with a sub 5 man. Yeah, sub 5 woman, yeah. But a certified man. But nowadays, these certified women, they be checking for average guys like me. I'm like, no, bitch, your genetics suck. Certified stalker, your genetics is way below my genetics, man. I'm like, that's why she got pissed when we had some type of sexual contact, and then I pulled away from her. She got pissed. So how dare you take your genetics away from me? We supposed to be sitting down and have a family. Fuck you, bitch. Like, bitch, she ain't got no children, and no man wanted to procreate with her, bruh. She got poor awful genetics. Like, it ain't just that she has a really skinny, frail body. It's the fact that you got a certified face on top of that. So no man is checking for you. That's the reason why she threw coffee on my car every single day. Because nobody wanted her. Nobody wants to procreate with her. And there's some women that won't make it either. Certified stalker, she won't have any children, bro. She won't be able to pass on her genetics. If she was at least, a little bit taller and average looking, yeah, there'll be a man checking for her, man. But nobody wanted that, bro. And she was mad at that. And she took that out on me because no man wanted her. You gotta be careful with those type of women. Like, don't be messing with certified women, bro. The women who ain't got nothing to lose, women who've been not picked by men to have children with. You gotta be careful with those women, bro. They'll stalk you, they'll kill you too. Because they feel like their life is over, so they want your life to be over. Certified stalker, her life is over, so she wants my life to be over by harassing me and trying to set me up for some bait so I could go to jail. That's what she was doing, bro. She was trying to piss me off enough, to where I do something out of character and then call the cops on me. You feel what I'm saying? Because I was not trying to procreate with her. I was not, no, not with her. No. But I gotta go. You guys have a good day. I'm gonna go in here to Starbucks and get some stuff, man. I ain't gonna eat right now, man. We're gonna fast today. Yeah. Sometimes you just can't eat. You can't eat every single morning. You gotta have some type of you gotta have some type of self-control. You guys have a good day. I'm out, man. Peace. Be back on later.